Hey Beauts, it's not Caroline here, and this is my mum Nina. Hi Nina.
Hi.
Look what you do. Hi Nina.
Hi.
Today is quite a serious video.
Yeah, it's not. It's really good.
It's quite serious. We're going to talk about my mum's liver transplant and the kind of story of it.
Near death.
Yeah, and what happened and how we all felt. And just how it went down. I'm sure I'll have to grab some tissues at one point. I'll find someone the time wants to do it. So, yeah, you want to start? You want to say what happened? And kind of I'll chip in when I remember things.
Yeah, when was it? Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, March 11th.
The day before, I noticed my skin was a slight funny yellow colour.
I didn't even notice, did I?
No.
She come round with my sisters for like Mother's Day meal, and then the next day she said, "I've got jaundice. Did you not see it?" I was like, "How did I not notice your skin was yellow?"
Like hide it from you.
Yeah,
I don't know how I could hide it, like Marge Simpson.
I'm just clearly not clued in.
Well, it was evening, and you got there's got a yellowy light, so
that's true. Yeah,
and it shows more in the whites of the eyes, but the glasses on and everything else.
I just didn't see it. Let's put it that way. Boo kind of noticed, but I didn't.
Yeah, and it kind of appeared almost overnight. I didn't notice it until the following day. No, the day before, which was Saturday, and I was very irritable and tired and ratty, itchy. And
she was like, "Is my skin kind of yellow?" The next day,
and there was Lolly, wasn't it? Lolly said, "Come in the garden," and we looked in the garden, and he looked at my skin, and he opened my eyes, and I opened my eyes, and they were like this yellow colour. So I said, well, I've got to do Mother's Day with the children first, and then I'll go to A&E. And they took me in straight away. There was no hanging around. Yeah. And then I slept on one of them trolleys for 24 hours in the gurney. In the corridor for 24 hours.
When she wrote me, she was like, "I've been here for like 24 hours." I was like, "I hope they've given you a bed." Like, A&E in this country, like I never diss the NHS after every
no, it's free.
But yeah, but A&E is a bit, it's long, isn't it? Like,
it's good, it's
for
free.
a really long time, yeah. But you kind of just put up with it, deal with it.
I mean, you've got to pay for it. They're
straight away, straight in. So
after 24 hours, so I eventually got a bed on a ward, and the doctors were coming around saying things like, "So tell me what's wrong with you." "I don't know. That's why I'm here."
Yeah, that's your diagnosis. Yeah. I bet weren't they like, "Are you an alcoholic?"
Yeah. I've got cirrhosis of the liver or something. No, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I'm quite a healthy eater, though I might have a fatty diet at times.
There's literally no reason for it.
There was no reason at all. And the strangest thing was no pain.
Yeah.
There's about 12 different things that can give that is liver failure. Right, one is pain, excruciating pain. Nothing, not even a...
That's why we all thought there was nothing wrong with her, and the doctors thought there was nothing wrong, because she didn't feel anything.
No.
Yeah.
Was it fever, swelling of the legs, retained water,
skinniness that you
lose weight,
there's just loads of things.
vomiting, sweats. There's so many different things that all come together for liver failure. All I had was a jaundice, itchy skin, and tired. I was laughing and joking with the nurses.
So she went to the hospital where we live, the local one, and all they did was, they sent you home, didn't they, for a day?
It's 2 days.
Yeah, they were like, "You go be an outpatient."
Outpatient, because we don't know what's wrong with you. We don't understand. You can't have liver failure because you're not in pain. Yeah. That's one of the main things they kept saying. You've got to be in pain. We don't understand why you're not in pain. You should be in pain. Your elevated levels should be high. You're showing no signs other than bilirubin, which is what is making me yellow. So they sent me home. They had a nurse doing my bloods, and then I got a phone call within an hour.
Come back in. Come back in.
Your bilirubin levels have shot up by 200% in an hour.
But even then we were like, "You'll be fine. Like, it's nothing." So they put you, they sent you for a stent. Did they send you to
No, they had MRIs, MRI, ultrasound, CT scan, every kind of procedure you could possibly think of. They found what they might be gallstones, but I don't have a gallbladder anymore.
No, it's gone. That was another near-death experience. She's been through a lot.
And then they said that I have a collapsed common bile duct, which is one of the things that's left after having my gallbladder removed. So I went to the London College of Hospital, where they stuck a camera and bits down the throat, to get
In
the
places.
gallstones and to put a stent in because the common bile duct was collapsing.
Yeah.
And
they thought
before you
this
have
was
any of
the
this
reason.
done,
Yeah.
they say to you that there can be complications, there can be bleeds, there can be infections. You can also get pancreatitis.
Yeah.
Sign on the dotted line.
Did you
So
sign?
I signed for pancreatitis because that's exactly what they gave me.
Yeah, but it's one of the
week and a
things that
half.
has to happen,
Yeah.
just in case, you know.
So I had a week and a half of antibiotics.
Which was pointless because you didn't even need the stent in the first place.
No, and so I
then-
ended up with that.
But so yeah, so you had the stent, and then they sent you back to Harlow, put you on steroids. They did nothing.
No.
And then you went back to, and then you went to the Royal Free, which is the
Well,
best.
again, the bilirubin levels were climbing.
Yeah.
There was no getting better. It was getting worse, and so therefore they suggested that the Royal Free London Hospital is where the liver transplants will be
So
taking
it's
place.
the best liver place, isn't it?
The doctor did say to me that we'll pump you through a steroid, hopefully that'll work. If not, then the other thing will be a liver transplant. So that's why.
I remember you saying it on the phone, and I was like, okay, well, steroids should work. It should be fine. That's
I think
all
that
good.
doctor said when I said, didn't it? I've got him videoed him as well when he said it. He said, yeah, you'll be fine, take these steroids and you'll be out in a couple of days. I'm old school and I don't think there's any problem.
Yeah.
Those youngsters, they don't know what they're talking
Well, it's
about.
because
You've got to
you
give them a
didn't-
chance.
Every time people ask me like, "How's your mum?" I'm like, "She's fine. She's a normal self. She's just yellow."
Yeah.
Literally, that's what everyone said
Because
to
I
me.
was not in pain.
And when Jess went to me like, Jessica Crystal, like, "How's your mum?" I was like, "She's fine. She's just yellow." Like this was after all the stent, after the steroids, everything. I was like, "She's fine." And then
And then in the Royal Free,
yeah,
everything was.
bear in mind this is like a
same
space of 2 months. This is like from March.
till beginning
Oh
of
no,
April.
yeah, I suppose yeah.
So it's about
March.
11th of March till the beginning of April.
And then you was after that in a longer time,
then it started to progressively get worse. Still no pain,
yeah.
still no fever, still no other symptoms of liver failure. And then on the 9th of April, I actually went into.
Well, no.
See, this
She
I
went.
got delirium.
Mum
now.
was because
I don't remember
because
much.
she was like obviously ill. You was out of it. They were pumping you full of all sorts of bits. So she didn't remember much. All I remember it was a Saturday, and we obviously knew you were at the Royal Free, and we wasn't really thinking anything of it. And you rang up and said the doctor said that you need to all come down because she. You rang me. Said the doctor said you've got need to come round because I need my family around me because something bad's happened. And obviously I freaked the fuck out and was like, oh my god, started crying. Rang Boo. I was like, what do I do? And then Boo was like, oh no, I'm gonna ring Nan. And then we rang Nan as well. Got Nan, and we all just jumped in Sam's car that day. Went down there, and you were like fine, laying on the bed like absolutely out of it.
Delirium.
And then you had loads of like heart scans and things, and we spoke to the doctor and we were like, what's going on?
I was like that.
And basically that was when they said
You've got fat arms.
your mum's got acute liver failure. She's been put on. This was like no one was panicking. No one was like, everyone was like, she's got liver failure. She's been put on the super urgent transplant list.
Top of the UK.
Yeah, and he basically was just
list.
like, she's competing against like probably like 2 people in the whole country, and I was like, well, that's good news. Like at least she's not on the one that's just normal. You needed to be on the big one, but because you seemed fine, we weren't freaking out about it. We were just like, okay, like she's happy, she's fine, like she's just laughing and stuff. Like yeah, she so they like obviously we had the little gowns to do over the back, and they took it down to do like some heart thing. And they clearly just placed it back on her. And I went, do you want me to do that up? And you went, no, I pulled it down and just whacked your baps about. And I was like, Mum! Mum! Pull this curtain across.
Whatsoever.
So we were like, okay, that's fine. That was the Saturday. Sunday, we had nothing really. I think you were still kind of, was it Sunday night that you... No, Sunday you were fine. And then I remember going into work on Monday and being like, by the way, to my boss, I was like, by the way, my mum's got acute liver failure. She seems fine at the moment. I was like, but if anything happens, I'm going to have to leave. That was like, so I start work at 8 on a Monday. 11:30, which is like 2.5 hours later, I got a call from an unknown number. I was like, okay. Private number. Answered it. And they were so vague on the phone. They were literally just like, your mum's taken a turn for the worse, she's gone into ICU. And I was like, what are you trying to say? And they were like, well, she's on life support. Like she's literally, that wasn't really told to us on the phone. I was just like, I wanted to get off the phone as soon as possible and ring Boo. I was like, and I said, we'll be there. All it was just like, we'll be there. So I put the phone down. I'm so emotional when it comes to shit. So I walked back into the workroom like crying. I was like, you okay? I was like, I need to go home. I was like, I need to go home, and told everyone like what happened. I've got to lift home. And I rang Boo, and Boo was crying and freaking out, and Nan was crying and freaking out on the phone, and everyone was just like freaking out. And no, Nan wasn't. We rang Nan, but Nan didn't come. We're not going to go into that in this video, but Nan didn't come for that day. Yeah, she had other things apparently planned. Anyway, we're not going to go into it. So I drove down there. This is like, bearing in mind, from where we live to the hospital is about 2 hour drive, like 1.5 hours, so it depends on traffic. So we went down there like thinking, oh no, like what is going to happen? No, Jim took us down because Sam was already there. So my sister's boyfriend works in London, and he was already in that area. So his stepdad took us down, and I remember waiting for him in Boo's house because I went straight to Boo's. I got an Uber straight to Boo's house, and I was like, and me and Boo were sitting there pacing, panicking, crying, and Boo was like, you need to put it together because you can't be in Jim's car and have him feel awkward and being all crying on the way out to the hospital. And I was like, okay. So we pulled it all together, got in Jim's car, kind of sat in silence for like the whole journey, pretty much thinking, what is happening? Like, what is going on? Well, when someone says to you, your mum's been put into ICU, she's on life support, you automatically think the worst. I couldn't be optimistic. It just wasn't happening for me. I tried so hard. I'm always such a positive person, but there's no way anyone in that situation is positive. I'm sorry, I refuse to believe.
Because there's no life support as in respects of dialysis. It's find a liver or she's dead.
Yeah, because we asked him that. We said, if we can't find a liver, could we just put her on dialysis? And he went, no, because that's for like kidneys.
That's for washing out what's clean.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. So yeah, because when you hear life support, and I told Boo, I was like, when I hear life support, I think of films where people take people off life support. That's what I think of. I was like, if I have to do that, I don't know if I could do it. And Boo was like,
that's what I was on.
Yeah, no, but when I think life support, I think you're going to die. Like, that's my initial thought because of what you get told in the film.
That's what mostly. They thought that was going to happen anyway, because the chance of finding a liver. Yeah. In that short space of time.
So we went straight down, found out where you were, went up to where you were, and they made us wait in the waiting room for like 20 minutes. I was like, what is happening? So she was in ICU. Okay, have 2 people in there at once. You have to wear like apron, wash your hands. Like, it's so strict. It's like, I hate the smell of it now. It reminds me of a bad time. So we walked in. We must have been there for like, all in all, 4 or 5 hours. Probably we were sitting there, and we walked in, and you were just yellow, like a Simpson yellow, like bright yellow, as in like horrible yellow, as in just nothing I've never seen before in a human being. And she was hooked up to like, I'd say 5 different machines, and they kept adding one every hour, adding a new machine, and eventually you were on about 10 of them little things that go on the wall, big machines. She was on, we counted them, 9 drips, 9 different things in different holes, going into like food, you know, everything that she needed, all in the neck, arms, and you were just still corpse-like, just not moving, like nothing. And obviously I can't really remember what we asked the nurses because I was in such a panic. It was all like, oh, you know, we're doing what we can. And I was like, why is she in a medically induced coma? And it was all to like stop you from getting brain damage. So they did it on purpose to stop you from getting. So you didn't.
Reason.
Yeah, you went on life support to stop you from getting brain damage.
And the organs shutting down.
Yeah, basically. And I didn't know that, so I was like, okay. And then
lungs glowing and everything.
We just sat there, and it just watched you, and you're helpless. What can you do apart from watch the nurses do things? And I kept saying to Bo, don't panic unless they panic. I was like, don't panic unless they panic, because she was freaking out. I was like, let you see the nurses running about, don't panic. I was like, because you know that something's wrong, because they know that something's wrong. And then obviously I swapped with Sam, so Sam could go in there and see you. And sitting in that waiting room alone was just the worst. I just watched the clock the whole time, and there were about 2 other people in that waiting room with me, and I was like, oh god. I was like, what if she dies? Like, this was, me and Boo basically in that 4 or 5 hours in ICU waiting room was coming to terms with it. We were trying really hard to think about what we could do with the house, like what we're going to do, how does this work, what funeral arrangements we're going to do, like, we literally were like, what do we do? But then obviously the main one was like, what we're going to do about her, we can't do this. And even Big Sam was like, little Sam loves her.
Oh. I'm here.
So yeah, Sam was like, little Sam loves her, what are we going to tell him? I was like, I don't know.
He was like me crying.
And
they had a heart attack.
Yeah, which we didn't know, he didn't tell her that. So basically, he missed loads of stuff out. Apparently she had a heart attack we didn't know about. Loads of things that we didn't know about.
To settle me down as well, 3 hours.
Yeah. So basically, this all happened. We weren't getting any answers. We were just like, can we talk to a doctor, please? 4 fucking hours later, the doctor finally turned up, and I was like, what is happening?
Not vaguely liver transplant.
Yeah, like vaguely. I just want to know. Yeah, I know, but like, I just want to know bluntly what's going on. Like, don't sugarcoat
So
it.
really, they don't know.
They didn't know, but basically, he just told us the same thing the other doctor told us, was like, we need to get a liver for her.
That was when they told.
He basically said
6-hour window.
He said, we need to get a liver for her in probably about 6 hours is the window.
You've got a 6-hour window.
Or it'll be fatal.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so if you don't find a liver in 6 hours, she's doomed.
yeah, basically. Not they didn't say that, but basically it was,
basically.
we don't find a liver, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And we just went, okay. Like, what do you say to that?
And I found out afterwards, the doctor said the chances of me finding a liver, nobody would believe it.
Absolutely.
Everybody believed I was going to die.
One in like a
It's
minute.
never happened.
Like,
in all the time that one of them doctors has been working in the hospital, they've never had a liver been found so quickly.
It was incredible. So this is the story I love
Within
telling.
24
This
hours.
is the bit that happened. So we went home because he basically said, go. The words he was go home, get your affairs in order, feed the cat. And I was like, you're funny. I'll go home and feed the cat. So we obviously kissed you goodbye, thinking, what if this is the last time I see her? Mental. So we drove home. Hour-and-a-half journey, not knowing what's going on, is the worst journey.
Ticking down.
Oh my god, it felt like 4 hours, this journey. I was like, oh, because I kept thinking, because I was the first port of call, I was the one that would get the phone call. So I was thinking, I'm either going to get a phone call going saying she's dead, or a phone call saying they found a donor. And I thought, it's very unlikely they're going to find a liver for her. So I'm going to get the phone call saying she died. I was like,
So there's about 3 hours left now.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if I can do it. Answer the phone. So Boo dropped me off here to get, because I was going to stay at Boo's to get my stuff, and they was going to go up. I think they went to pick up the kids, so they said they'll drop me here, pick up the kids and then come pick me up. I stepped my foot in the door, I kid you not, this is not exaggerating, my foot was in the door, my phone rang, and it was in my, I put it in my rucksack for some reason, I didn't have it in my pocket. And I had loads of bits in my rucksack, so I searched my rucksack, like pulled it all out, and I was like, I didn't even really prepare myself because I thought I need to answer it quick, because then if they hang up, then I won't know. So I answered the phone, and they just said, we found a liver, and I was like, what? What? Like, what are you saying to me? And I was like, we found a liver. Don't know if it's a match yet. It takes about 6 hours to find out if it's a match. So like 6-hour windows constantly. Like
It's been stretching the 6 hour
and I was
window.
like, okay. And so I was like, okay. So this is about 5:30. So I was like, fine, alright. And then I was like, thank you. I've never loved a Northern Irish accent more in my life than hearing that woman talk to me. And I just, I ran Boo crying, because obviously it was a shock. And Boo thought that you died, because she went, no. I was like, no, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't get my words out. I was like, it's okay. I was like, they found a liver, and I told her what happened. And I kid you not, I fell to the floor, just with relief.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been relieved before, but I've never felt relief and grief in the same like 4 hour space. Honestly.
Roller coaster of emotions.
Because I grieved, like, because I thought you were going to die.
Yeah.
And then when you find out someone's not going to die, obviously, I'm surprised my hair didn't go more grey than what it's already going.
He's dying.
Yeah, it's fine. So I fell to the floor and was like, oh my god. And then went to Boo's. But this was still thinking, what if it's not a match?
Yeah,
so you're still
not knowing.
not happy. You're still kind of relieved, but you're still not fully relieved. So they said they'll let us know about 11:30. So I stayed at Boo's, my phone was on charge. Like, I'd say my phone was about like a foot away from me. I was like, it's so far away. I was like, if anything rings, I have to run across the floor. So I was sleeping downstairs at Boo's living room, and the phone went, and I kid you not, I slid along the floor like a snake to get to that phone. It was like, I just like literally like bobsled across the floor. And I picked it up and they were like, it's a match. She's going to surgery now. She should be out about 7 in the morning. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I was like, what do I say?
It was a 6 hour surgery.
I was like, what do I say to this?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was like, you have no idea how much this means to me. And I was like, okay. Put the phone down, went upstairs and told Boo, and then we just waited to see if you'd be okay.
I had a heart attack on the table.
Yeah, they had to revive her again.
And then a bleed.
But this is the thing, it was so quick. So you come out of surgery with your liver fitted, and she started hearing us for like 2 days. The yellowness went. They took you off life support. They took you off everything. Lungs were off, blood pressure was off. They just took you off bit by bit in a space of like a week. It was ridiculously
Everyone
quick.
kept saying that. We kept saying,
I was like, what do you mean she's off life support already? They're like, yeah, she's fine. I was like, what is happening? I was like, what are you talking about? She's fine.
I'm a fighter.
Oh, God. Yeah, so
I'm a fighter, dude.
I know this, and I always said that. I was like, she'll pull through, she's a fighter. But then you was in there for a good another month recovering.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of complications.
Yeah,
I mean, I had another
bleeding,
bleed,
yeah.
rejection, infection of the bowels, infection of the urinary.
Everything you could get, really.
Yeah,
With
lots
liver
of things were
failure.
going wrong. But I mean, I just want to add as well that, you know, you went to a party and met this doctor
Yeah, so
scientist.
I went to a
person.
uni party and I met a medical science student, and I told her what happened, and her face was just like, what? I told her, she was like, what do you mean? Well, your mum's got a liver transplant and she had liver failure. I was like, yeah. And they were like, what? They're like, do you know how rare that is? I went, no. She's like, they have to match 8 things. Eight things for that to be like a match for your mum. And they did it in the space of like 3 hours. I was like, yeah. And they were like, that's incredible.
And
like,
they found it
honestly
within
didn't know.
24 hours.
So she was in shock, this girl. She's like, I've never had anything like it ever.
Yeah.
She's like, that is amazing. I was like, I know. But I never thought of it being so amazing because I don't know the ins and outs of it.
No,
But when someone like that tells me that it's impossible to happen.
I still feel like it's not real.
Yeah, I felt that for a really long time.
You know, it's like if someone said to me, you know, did you have a liver transplant? I'd have to second guess it. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the recovery was incredible. You can get it out if you want. Oh no, you've got boobies.
I can't. No,
You've got bras.
got a bra on. Got a bra on.
She's got big old like T
Yeah.
Angus. Look at that.
That healed really quickly.
Can you see it again? I haven't seen it in ages. It's good now.
And everything
just
everything's
healing.
in a month.
Mental.
All that.
Mental. Absolutely mental.
I mean, I just spent another 2 weeks in the hospital because it started to reject, and they gave me antibiotics and steroids, and again I'm back.
So it was weird because we bought like cards to write stuff to you. But we bought them before the transplant, and I honest to God, it sat on my table for about a week, and I just stared at it and I didn't know what to write. I was like, what do I write in this? Because if she doesn't
What you
thrive,
did right was lovely.
yeah, obviously. But as soon as I knew she had transplant, I write obviously a last little thing, and then I remember this is the thing that always gets me. I rang her when she was in her coma before she had a transplant. No, is it after? It was the day. It was the actual day. Yeah, it was the day of the transplant. So just before she had it done,
10th of April.
because they were like, it might not even give. She might die, and all this. Like, it was still like she might die. She might still die, even though this has happened. So I just rang her. I just left her a voice message, and I was like, I just love you. I can't do it. I was like, I can't have you die. And I was like, don't listen. And then when you survived, I was like, don't listen to your voice messages. It's embarrassing.
I pressed it by accident. And one of the things you told me, I said that her and her sister still kiss me on the lips.
Yeah.
And they go, at what age do we stop kissing her on the lips?
Never now.
Not now.
Never. I will happily kiss you on the lips forever. Like, honestly. So like, yeah, it was a hard time. Like, I really consoled Jess because Jess lost her dad. So when you nearly lost you, I was like, Jess, I need to talk to you about things. She was like, I'm here. It was just hard. Like, I'm sure I'm missing out a lot of things that happened, but it was just tough. It was the most craziest week of my life. It happened in a week, all of this.
Yeah.
Nearly died, survived, fine. In a week. Like, obviously you're in as soon as you
all
come
that
out
was
of
the
it.
jaundice and the pancreatitis, but the actual liver failure was all within that week. Yeah, from the 9th
to the
11th. No, 9th was the actual failure.
Yeah.
10th was the operation, and then a week of getting
better. Yeah. Yeah. And then we went to go see her.
You wouldn't have thought it,
when
would
she was
it?
away.
3 months ago.
No,
Yeah,
3 months. Like, honestly,
10th of
some
April.
people have transplants and they take.
And it's
like,
a full transplant, full liver, not a
bits, everything. God.
lobe or it's a full liver.
Honestly, because some people take months to recover from stuff like that.
Even now, still when I go to the clinic and have my fortnightly or weekly, fortnightly, then it'll be monthly. Every time I go, they've always got students in there that are learning, and the doctors say the same thing. See ya. Miracle. The fact that she's sitting here talking to us now and looking at her, you wouldn't have thought there's anything wrong with it.
No one would know if you went transplant like that.
I mean, I've got a few things. I've got the marks on my neck that will never
They're
go away.
really,
Look, and I got this because I put on too much weight
she lost loads of, like,
and then lost it all quickly.
So skinny. I was like, this is a good diet plan. Having a look.
Yeah, but I had arms like thighs.
Oh yeah, shit, swelled up, like massively swelled up. I was like, are you okay? like your arms and legs were swollen.
Or Pillsbury Doughboy or whatever.
It was so weird going to see her because she was out of it like for a week or so. You're kind of a bit like, in and out, yeah. Hey.
I was seeing dragons and giant mosquitoes.
And then she had blisters on her eyes. I don't know why that happened. He does it a lot. It's what tickles. It happens to, like, it was just weird seeing it because I've never seen blisters on someone's eyes. I don't know why you get that, and maybe it's just because your eyes are closed while you're in a coma. Like, I'm not too sure the reason, but it was odd. And I was like, I don't want to hear this. And you didn't know really where you were or what. You kept seeing things, animals and insects that weren't there.
Well, that's delirium.
I thought the cat was on your bed and there weren't a cat on your bed. There's a cat there, and I'm like, there's not a cat.
Now I can hear it.
I see you. It's a cat.
And what it worked out was that they've got these pressure cuffs that they put on your legs that go in and out to stop your blood.
Oh, you thought it was a cat?
So it was like a cat on my legs, but it wasn't. It was things.
Yeah, so
that was pure delirium. You know, it was weird.
Honestly. And you had to go back, you keep having things, didn't you? You had to have your stent removed the other day, didn't you?
And a new one put back in.
And you were a bit sick from that, but you're fine.
Yeah, well, that's what
I just want it to be now. Just no more hospital trips.
Well, it takes a year. It takes
more.
It takes about a year for it to be.
I wanted this video as well to say, I'm sure the donors will never watch this, but if they ever, like the donors' family, if they ever come across it,
thank you so much.
I have no idea how much it means to us. Like, honestly, if you're thinking, I don't know if I should be a donor, because it changes people's lives completely. You save someone and you save everyone else because around them.
The more livers that are in the queue, the more livers that are found, the more there'll be miracles like mine.
Yeah.
You know, to find a liver within the amount of space of time you need the liver so that person doesn't die.
Always be a donor, even not just for livers, for everything. And, you know, sign your kids up to be donors, because something happens to your kid, you could save another kid. Like,
quite a few people in my church have decided to be donors.
Yeah, I think I've always been a donor. Boo's a donor. It's just a good thing to be. This is the reason why you should be a donor, because my mum's alive, and I don't think I'd be able to go on if my mum wasn't alive, or anyone else. And you wouldn't be here, so you wouldn't be doing this video.
I'm babysitting for my grandchildren again. I picked him up the other day and threw him around and forgot all about it.
So you don't, because that's the thing, you don't even think about it. Like, the liver took so well to her. It clearly was a perfect, it's your soulmate, that liver.
Yeah.
That was your soulmate that died, probably.
I had to talk to him as well. I said, listen, if you die, I die. What's the point?
Exactly. Your liver, she got a healthy one. Never drink. Only drinking on Christmas. Only one little snowball.
Yeah, well, a snowball, and I think that's it. Christmas, and a pint of Guinness and blackcurrant on my birthday.
Yeah, that's it.
2 drinks a year.
2 drinks a year, because that liver is.
I'm looking after you.
I mean, that's the story. I don't think you have anything else to add. I can think of anything else.
Well, if the nurses ever get to see this, I am so grateful to every single one of the nurses in the ICU and 9 North. At the Royal Free Hospital in London. I thank everybody.
Honestly, I'll never bash the NHS again.
Amazing.
They saved my mum's life.
They did.
And the surgeons absolutely saved my mum's life.
Yeah,
they treated her so well as well.
And I took the pushing, and that's why
apart from one woman.
There was one bitch.
There's always one bitch in everywhere. There's always one bitch. But all of them, apart from her, were absolutely phenomenal. And they did such a good job. And the hours they work and what they put in.
Mr. Patch. That's one of the surgeons.
I like. Is it Carly, the curly-haired one?
Yeah,
I liked her. She was really nice. So.
Thank you, everybody.
So yeah, more of the story.
It just feels weird that I had a liver transplant.
I know, mental. You're here.
You're alive. Like
I'm very happy you're alive.
Lovely. I ain't going nowhere.
Good. I hope so. So yeah, be a donor. You know, and if you're going through something like this, you know, I really hope that your family member gets better and lives. And if not, there's people out there to help you and support you through it all. Yeah,
just trust that you're going to get better, because you will.
Yeah, and if you had a liver transplant and you're watching this, you will get better.
I'll tell you one thing as well. I'm an Adventist Christian, though my children are Christians.
That's fine.
But they turned around and said, and I agree, that my faith is what pulled me through this.
I say this to everyone, but I 100% reckon if you weren't if you didn't believe that God would save you, I don't think your body would have pulled you through it.
No.
I don't think you would have got through it.
No.
I think you would have let it go.
My belief and my faith is what
I think her
through.
faith in thinking that God will save me saved you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, so you being religious saved your life, I think.
There, you heard it here, folks.
And I kind of semi-prayed, more like, I was like, if you're real, you better save her. Like, I was so aggressive to my ceiling. I was like, listen here. She believes in you, and that's enough.
Talking to you.
I was like, that's enough. If she believes in you, that's enough for you to save her. And he did, but I still don't believe him. Sorry. I just think it was a very happy universe coincidence. Not coincidence.
That's a miracle. It's a definite miracle because it's been unheard of. Yeah. Even now, even today, still, even Mr. Patch. Never seen him today.
Is Mr. Patch? So you said it like oh, okay.
He is just such a nice doctor. He really is. You know, he just makes me laugh. He said to me when I was having me rejection and it was time to go home. He said, "When do you want to go home?" I said, "Well, when you tell me to sod off." He said, "Well, sod off."
Bye then. Get out. I'm glad.
Don't want to
I hope you never go back there again for anything that's bad.
Yeah.
That's a story. My mum's alive.
So yeah, so I'm a walking, talking, living liver transplant miracle.
Survivor. She did it. We all did it. Okay, so yeah. Thank you so much for coming and seeing us today.
Don't forget to press all the lovely
buttons. Don't forget to subscribe and be a donor.
Be a donor.
Yeah, and we'll see all of you. Can't do it without outro. See all of you beautiful people in the next one. Bye.
God bless.
Bye 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 bye. That's good.
Thank you.
Love you.
Mwah. Love you.